Hello, and welcome to another vlog episode of The Frank Friar. I'm your host, The Frank Friar, aka Brother Nicholas. Soon to be Father Nicholas, I'm being ordained a priest in the Catholic Church on August 26th, God willing. So if you're watching this episode before then, please pray for me. If you're watching this episode after August 26th, please pray for me. I always need prayer, plain and simple. I can't do what I do without people praying for me. I need that strength. I wanted to make this video today to, give an understanding of why I named my channel, my podcast, my Facebook page, all of my real social media stuff The Frank Friar. So my audience can maybe, I hope, understand me a little bit better and who I am. So first off, Frank. Why? Well, it's not because I'm named Frank. My name is Nicholas. Frank because of the description. I'm kind of a frank person. I value frankness, etc. So I wanted to use that as a descriptor for myself. And it's a good F word, and F played off the other F, friar. I called myself a friar because literally, I got the habit on, that's what I am. I am a friar in the Catholic Church. Friar comes from frater in the Latin meaning brother. So, Brother Nicholas. And I just thought it was a nice sort of cheeky name that sort of encapsulated who I am as a person. My value for frankness and being a friar. So there you go. That's a catchphrase that you'll probably hear me use quite regularly. There you go. To springboard off of who I am and why I named myself that, I got a question on Twitter today about Carmelites in general, cloisters, women, men, etc. And I wanted to answer that today in this little vlog. If that Twitter follower is watching this, I hope she's happy with helping to spur on my creativity. Now, the Carmelite Order itself was founded 800 years ago in the Holy Land, a little bit before some of the massive crusades started. The men from different areas of Europe settled on Mount Carmel in the Holy Land around Elijah's well and became hermits, mendicants, and they took care of pilgrims as they would try to get down to Jerusalem. Well, the crusades happened, and those hermits were pushed back into their home countries in Europe, Sicily, England, parts of Italy, France, etc. And during that time in Europe, the mendicant movement was going. There's another jargonesque word for you from Catholic land. Mendicant just means beggar. Mendicants were people trying to live a religious life in the urban areas because the monks stayed in the rural areas, and part of their urban ministry was street preaching and begging for money. So mendicants were beggars, and then from the mendicant movement, we get a lot of the big universities and etc. that we know about today. So within Carmelite spirituality and Carmelite identity, there's a tension between this eremitical hermit life and, well, the mendicant life, the always going around and being active in the world, and etc. And there's a tension inside of us trying to balance these two out. So within the men that are Carmelites, some live an active lifestyle like I do. I help out at a couple schools. I work at a parish, etc. We have some men in the order that want to live a deeper commitment to that eremitical foundation, and they become hermits. So within my province, we have hermits in Austin, Minnesota. Wonderful men out there. I try to go out there regularly for a retreat. Now let's go to the women. When people within Catholic land I know hear Carmelite, they think of the great saints like Teresa of Lisieux, Teresa of Avila, and Carmeliteness or Carmelite spirituality, so we're sort of really connected with them. One of the big reasons I believe that we're famous is because of our female saints. If you haven't read them, wonderful, nourishing stuff for the soul. And the women started in convents. So they would stay behind the wall, work, sustain themselves, etc. So that's where the convents came from, and the Carmelite sisters came from. And over the years, there's becoming more and more women that wanted to live a more active lifestyle. So, for example, here in New York City, in the Bronx, my province, St. Elias province of the Carmelite Order, helped to develop and encourage the Carmelite sisters of the aged and infirmed. And what they do is they run nursing homes. And their original foundation, which is still ran to this day, is St. Patrick's Nursing Home in the Bronx. They live an active lifestyle. They're not behind the cloister walls. They wear the habit. Wonderful, wonderful women. One of the reasons I remained a Carmelite after first entering formation is because I had women like them praying for me, and they've been a great example. Just in case them are seeing this video, I hope they're doing well. So there's a wide spectrum of ways of living within the Carmelite family. And that's a phrase that you hear regularly from us now these days is the Carmelite family. Because we have such a diversity. From our beginning, we were a diverse people. When the men on Mount Carmel were pushed back into Europe, they were from all different sort of countries, and et cetera, for lack of a better word. So I hope this video helps you to understand at least a little bit about who I am as a Carmelite friar. What does it mean to be a friar? A little bit about the general history of Carmelite identity, and know as these videos keep going along, I'm talking a little bit about spirituality, ministry, some stories maybe from my adventures, etc. But if you wish to get a hold of me, please reach out to me and email me through my website, thefrankfriar.com. There you can find links to my podcast, which are on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud. You can also find my weekly blog and my weekly homily in English and Espanol. So again, this is Brother Nicholas, aka the Frank Friar, wishing you all a great day, and God bless. Thank you for being with me.